Peter Fader, The Customer Centricity Playbook. Implement a winning strategy driven by customer lifetime value. Welcome to the world of customer centricity, a transformative concept that breaks away from traditional product-centric business models to put the needs of high-value customers front and center. This summary of Peter Fader's The Customer Centricity Playbook will unveil the secrets of extracting maximum value from your top customers, thus maximizing your company's own long-term value. Dive into the principles of identifying high customer lifetime value, CLV. Discover the right balance between broad and selective customer acquisition, and learn how to maximize your CLV through upselling and cross-selling techniques. All this and more await in this concise summary.
Prioritizing high-value customers. Customer centricity means putting the needs of high-value customers first to maximize the company's long-term value. Brands that cater to their highest-value customers can survive in a changing retail landscape. Best Buy invested in its Geek Squad to provide expertise to its smart home category shoppers, who were not there to purchase products but to access staff knowledge. Customer centricity requires understanding the heterogeneous nature of your customer base and learning the characteristics that distinguish high-value customers. These customers have the potential to create future value for the organization, and a product-centric approach often leads to wasted resources in the pursuit of sales to broad swathes of customers. By prioritizing high-value customers, companies can maximize their own value and survive in a constantly evolving market. Getting the most out of customer lifetime value. A successful business is one that centers on its customers. The customer lifetime value, CLV, strategy is one way of ensuring this. This is the profitability of the whole customer relationship, and businesses should strive to build long-term relationships with high CLV customers. However, creating a formula for computing CLV involves a lot of uncertainty. This summary highlights some common mistakes businesses should avoid when calculating CLV. These include ignoring customers' statuses and contracts, assuming retention rates as constant, and thinking only in monetary terms. Businesses should build predictive data models by gaining insights both into customers who haven't returned and those with contracts and subscriptions. Moreover, to determine high CLV customers, businesses should assess different factors including their relationships' longevity, the number and value of their transactions, and any brand-related non-financial activities the customers have engaged in, such as posting ratings or making referrals. Remember, every customer relationship is unique and requires a tailored approach. Strategic customer acquisition. Switching to a customer-centric approach involves acquiring high-value customers strategically. Marketers can employ a broad or selective approach, but a blended one is usually best. Customer satisfaction issues must be solved before using acquisition as a band-aid solution. Transition from indirect to direct approaches while keeping in mind the limitations of customer personas. Jeff Bezos' success with Amazon can be attributed to his long-term customer-centric strategy rather than product-centric thinking. Marketers who want to make the shift too must rethink customer acquisition to create a base of high-value customers. Two strategies exist for acquiring customers: a broad approach, which seeks to attract as many customers as possible, and a selective approach, directed only towards high-value customers. The former can be ideal in early business stages, product launches, or when customer satisfaction is low. However, leaders must address underlying issues rather than rely solely on customer acquisition to prop up failing businesses. A blended approach that strikes a balance between the two is usually best. Customer personas and segmentation, while useful, are limited by significant differences within groups and the biases they reflect. Direct approaches offer valuable insights and information about individual customers that can help market to them more effectively. As such, marketers should make the transition from indirect to direct approaches. By doing so, they stand a better chance of creating a base of high-value customers that will help their businesses thrive. Retaining and leveraging customers for maximum value. Customers possess a baseline propensity to remain or leave depending on how businesses manage them. Focusing on high-value customers is crucial in driving sales. Employing offensive tactics such as upselling and cross-selling helps in maximizing customer value. While for defensive tactics, strategic account management and customer service are vital in retaining customers. Once a customer is successfully acquired, businesses must prioritize maintaining and growing their future value. Why your business needs a CRM system. Customer Relationship Management, CRM, systems are essential for businesses that want to gather data, derive actionable insights, and support a customer-centric strategy. With the emergence of Web 3.0, CRMs are becoming even more critical as highly personalized and connected services become the norm. However, businesses must be mindful of data gaps and limitations in CRM systems, ensuring accurate targeting by consistently defining and uniquely identifying customers. The importance of customer equity. Assessing corporate value should not only rely on traditional approaches that reflect operational and financial assets. Customer equity is a critical factor. Accountants, economists, and investors are placing increasing significance on CE, representing a company's sum of future and present CLVs. A strong customer equity model demonstrates a company's success in securing high-value customers. Brand equity showcases the ways in which a brand's value extends beyond customer purchases, including attracting talent, messaging to the public, and tax advantages. A strong brand ultimately manifests in increased customer capital, highlighting the importance of quantifying brand power to create a customer-centric strategy. Agile strategies for customer centricity. The transformation to customer centricity can gain momentum by implementing agile methodologies. Originally developed for optimizing software development, agile methodologies prioritize individual interactions, flexibility in customer collaboration, and creating functional software over documentation. Agile can enhance planning and database insights, transparency, and stakeholder support for transformation. To drive customer centricity, organizations need a transformation similar to the Agile Manifesto. The Customer Centricity Manifesto calls for continuous celebration of customer diversity, transcending silos with CLV, prioritizing customer equity over cost and volume, and clear communication with external stakeholders. Agility and innovation are key components of successful customer-centric transformations. Embracing customer centricity. Embracing customer centricity is not a surefire path to success, and obstacles will arise on the way. When the going gets tough, pivot and adjust. As customers change, your acquisition channels should modify accordingly. A well-designed simulation can help you test tactics, and a customer-centric strategy is an ongoing process of verification and improvement. It's time to start the work.
The journey into customer centricity has now come full circle. By focusing on your highest value customers' needs, you're setting the stage for a more prosperous and sustainable business. To recap, we've learned the importance of understanding customer heterogeneity, identifying high CLV consumers, developing strategic acquisition approaches, and employing upselling and cross-selling tactics to maximize value. As the digital landscape evolves, technology like CRM systems will become vital tools for catering to the individual needs of high-value customers. Remember, the key to a successful customer-centric strategy lies in continual testing, verification, and improvement, ensuring that you stay ahead in today's highly competitive market.